Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day I bid to Professor Madya Dr. Cik Zuriana binti Muhammad Jamil. We are from Group A6 would like to present our e-service learning project. Before that, my matric number is 281622 and I am Wan Nurusaada binti Muhammad Zulkarnain. I will start our presentation with the introduction of the project. E-Service Learning Project is a project that we are required to complete as part of our coursework for this course. This project enhances our comprehension and knowledge of the topics covered in the syllabus of the course. Planning or budgeting is an important aspect of this project, which is also one of the topics addressed in this course. We are required to find a business in this project and learn about the issues relating to financial planning, and at the end of the discussion, we will offer assistance in finding solutions to the issues. The solutions that we propose is at measurable output which is practicable by the business, given that the business is in the category of small and medium-sized enterprises, SME. A budget is a forecast of revenue and expenses for a specific future period of time that is often prepared and reviewed on a regular basis. Budgets can be prepared for any entity that generates and spends money, whether it is for an individual, a group of people, a corporation, a government, or almost anything else. We should be aware of the importance of budgeting knowledge to a business because budgeting is the emphasis of this project. The first importance is a budget avoids any spending that is not part of the plan, as it is a plan for estimating revenues and expenditures. Next, budgeting also guarantees that funds are allocated on items that help the company achieve its strategic goals. Other than that, a well-communicated budget aids everyone in understanding the company's priorities. When the budget is being compared to the actuals, we can see where the company's strengths and weaknesses are. Furthermore, a realistic and precise budget is an essential tool for gathering useful data, leading the business through unanticipated problems, and most importantly, ensuring that the business stay at a pace to expand. Another approach to look at the budget is as a means to evaluate how well the business is performing in comparison to its goals. That is, the actual revenue and expenses each month should be tracked and then compared to the budgeted figures. If the sales are lower than expected, for example, the business has the option to examine and argue why, as well as take urgent corrective action. For our project, we decided to interview a business that sells personal care products, which are lip balms and deodorants under the brand Hygge. According to our discussions and findings, the business does not undertake any financial budgeting for the reason that they do not have an accountant and that there are only two founders of the business to handle everything. As a result, the business has issues with budgeting and forecasting business performance. They do not have a proper financial statements disclosure because they do not have an accountant. Hence, they are unable to appropriately assess the performance of the business. Therefore, we provide a solution for their problem that is capable of being done. There are 4 more sections in this project that we will discuss to clarify our project. The case background section is the second section or section B. This is the area where we go into the specifics of the business that we interviewed. We describe some of the background of the business as well as the social nature of the business, the importance of the business to the owners, and other topics as well. Next, the operating issues and solutions section is the third section, which is section C. In this area, we gathered information from the business about problems or issues that they have encountered during the course of their operations. After we have identified the problems, we offer help in suggesting solutions to solve the problems. Section D, the discussion and recommendation section, comes next. We elaborate on the suggested solutions proposed in Section C. The findings from Section C will be discussed using the budgeting knowledge we have learned in this course. We also discuss the practicality of the solutions as they must be feasible business solutions. We also proved that we communicated with the owners to give them the solutions, and we have their response in this section. Part E, the conclusion section, is the final section that mainly focuses on explaining the project. In this area, we summarize all of the results from our studies from sections C and D and place a focus on the problems and solutions. Aside from that, there is section F, the appendices section, where we present the supporting analysis and evidence from our discussion with the business owners. The references section of this project report, section G, is the concluding section in which we present all of the references that we used during the course of this project. The APA format is being used to organize this reference section. That's all from me. I'll pass to the next presenter, Sophia.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Dr. Zurana. My name is Sophia Arisa binti Muhammad Saini. My number matric is 281591. So today I'll be presenting to you about the case breakdown section of our assignment. So moving on to the first slide. Okay. The company that we choose to complete this assignment is Hiker.my. Hiker.my is a partnership business that located at Penang Island, which have two owners, which are Ivan Linjian and also Chu Hongming. It can be classified as manufacturing business as they produce the product by themselves by using natural ingredients and also eco-friendly packaging. They focus on providing clients with personal care items and products for hair, face, lips, and body. Besides, in order to provide greater services to the customer, Hiker.my also offers free consultation and guidance on how to properly use their products so that the customers are satisfied with the results and will buy more in the future. Some of the best sellers are natural tinted lip balm, natural deodorant, and a natural hair oil. This is the three products that have been that have high demand from the customer. Okay, for the next slide, I will explain to you on how Hiker.my is created. Actually, both of the founders, Ivor and Meng, has qualification in law, but Meng have a great passion in e-commerce, so he decided to start an online business during the pre-COVID period. He aimed to have a business that can solve personal care problems by using the most natural and eco-friendly minimal packaging. This idea to make a business started due to the problem where Meng was unable to find the perfect deodorant to treat his severe body odor. On the other hand, his partner Ivor came up with the formula to produce natural tinted lip balm for her cracked lips because she was also struggled to find a suitable lipstick as her lips will crack and pierce every time she wears lipstick. So I think that's a little bit information on how they have an idea to start a business. Now I will talk about the uniqueness of Hiker.my, which helped them to compete with the competitors. Both founders know that there are numerous skincare products in the market today with various prices, designs, functions, and also packaging. However, most of them are using synthetic fragrance and also chemical and even alcohol, which can harm and irritate the skin. So Hiker.my differentiates itself from other skincare business by applying natural ingredients in making the product, such as natural oil. And then they also have an eco-friendly minimal packaging. Despite of making profit, they also very concerned about the environment and the health of the customer. Having 100% of natural ingredients in their items formula and eco-friendly packaging make them unique and extraordinary from the competitors. Apart from that, Haiger.my also makes extensive use of technology and social media to market their business, believing that the power of social media and technology, such as Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter, can reach millions of people and help their brand to get recognized throughout Malaysia. In business, entrepreneurs should have their own strategy to become successful and perform better than others. Tiger.my also believe in statement and have their own rules of game. So the main rules of game in Tiger.my is having a good planning. Having a proper plan will make the process of managing business become easier because we already know what to do next. So, Hagrid.my creates a plan in case any possible scenarios will happen in the future so that they can prepare for that situation. Meg and Ivor do a lot of research and experiment before they starting a business to ensure that the products are safe to use by people all ages because they contain 100% of natural ingredients that are healthier and less harmful to the body than chemical found in other personal care products. Furthermore, they also have personality tested each of their formulas and fine-tuned the components properly. This shows that they have planned wisely before starting the business. Okay, and then in addition, the next key of success of Haiger.my is to keep learning on something new and interesting. Continuous learning, often known as lifelong learning, is a concept that emphasizes the continuous development of skills and knowledge. Acquiring new skills and knowledge are very helpful for the business opportunity to grow, as the owner can eventually improve their business by implementing their new information and skills in coordinating their firms. Haiger.my is committed in learning new things, especially in terms of ingredients and also packaging, as they will help to enhance perspective and spark new ideas in upgrading their formula and eco-friendly packaging. They constantly learning on new things in technology so that they can up to date with market trend and changing customers' expectation. As a result, they have sold hundreds of orders after promoted it in the social media like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and also Twitter. Last but not least, Haiger.my believe that quality is more crucial than quantity. Therefore, they always ensure that their products are in the best condition before it is posted to the customer and after the customer have received it. This is another formula of success that have been applying by Haiger.my to evolve the business and have more clients every day. Ensuring high quality products and services is one of the ways to help business to get more consumers to trust and believe in what they have to offer. The more effective a company pleases customer at the first encounter with the product, the more possibility is that this customer will make repeat purchases. Furthermore, Haiger.my often asks for feedbacks from the clients whether the products are received well or broken. They take customers' complaint and feedback seriously to gain a deeper understanding in clients and improve their products that suit the demand of the customers. So I think that's all for me. I will pass to my group members for the next section. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hazah Hanafi bin Abu Bakar, matrix number 280110. So now I will discuss about the issues. In this business, we have noticed a number of difficulties. In a company, operational flows can lead to waste and have an impact on earnings. Furthermore, they can deplete a company's resources, have an influence on operational performance, and stifle growth. As a result, we notice numerous concerns such as a lack of a proper financial planning, the inability to employ a professional accountant, and a lack of promotional activities. The first issue is Haiger.my does not provide a proper financial planning for the company. A financial plan is a projection of a company's future performance. It aids owners in the management of corporate strategy and goals. As we can see, Haiger.my company lacks proper financial planning. As a result, the company is not developing quickly and is experiencing certain difficulties as a result of a lack of a business plan. Ignoring recession, sluggish seasons, and even economic downturns can place the company in a dangerous place. Furthermore, during this COVID-19 pandemic season, financial planning is critical in order to arrange and estimate all of the extra expenditures that must be included so that the Haiger.my does not incur massive losses. It directs the company's key aims or aspirations. Financial planning assists a company in better understanding critical goals, such as why the company needs to reach certain goals and how they influence other financial parts of the company. The corporation plans for the future by having proper financial planning. Haiger.my may acquire visibility in finance. The corporation has a good sense of how much money it will have in the next several years. The company will be aware of the return on investment that must be achieved in order to meet the company's major objectives. Secondly, Haiger.my does not have a professional accountant on staff. A professional accountant who is proficient in business is an invaluable asset to the company. Based on their understanding of corporate finances, these individuals apply questioning minds to their employment. Professional accountants in a business offer probing inquiries based on their extensive knowledge of the organization and the environment in which it works. Their accounting knowledge enables them to take a realistic and objective approach to problem solutions. If Haiger.my has a professional accountant on staff, this is a tremendous asset to management, especially in small and medium-sized businesses like Haiger.my, where professional accountants are sometimes the only professionally qualified employees. The last issue is Haiger.my lacks of promotional activities. Promotion refers to the entire activity of communicating a brand, products, and services to customers. Promotion are done to raise public knowledge of our products so that they can purchase them from us. As we can see, the Haiger.my firm is having a good time on social media by selling things on Instagram and Shopee. This is due to the fact that social media is a new medium that people utilize nowadays. However, they do not employ some media activities to attract the public and create the company's identity. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum to Dr. Zuraina. My name is Siti Nunajiha binti Zamri and my metric number is 281621. Today I will be presenting about the solutions. There are 3 solutions that we find that can help Haiger.my in their business. So, the first one is preparing master budget template. Second, hire private accounting firm. And lastly, use an adequate amount of marketing. Okay, first, I will explain about preparing master budget template. After a deep discussion, we decided to make a master budget template to solve the budgeting issue that business owner face. It is mainly because the master budget is extensively utilized by firm management and executive to develop strategic big picture choices concerning long-term strategy and forecast for the upcoming year. So, we think master budget is very helpful for a small business to plan their strategy. Secondly, it is because the business owner did not want to disclose any information regarding financial because it was confidential for their business. Hence, we think preparing master budget template can also help them managing their business. So basically, a master budget includes all of group's lower level budget as well as cash flow forecast, scheduled financial statements and financial strategy. It gives comprehensive view of a company's financial performance and therefore is usually used as a core planning tool as well as a full financial planning report. Moreover, the master budget represents broad business plan for the company's future, since every aspect of the company's activity is tracked and documented. It usually includes all of the lower level budget that are included in the functional and accounting budgets. Moreover, a strategic plan is frequently used as the framework for a company's several budgets, all which come together during the master budget. It normally corresponds to the fiscal year of the firm and can be broken into quarterly and then monthly segments. After several discussions with the business owner, we decided to make a master plan template for quarter of the year. The master budget we created contains a sales budget, production budget, direct material budget, direct labor budget, manufacturing overhead budget, and the finished good budget, selling and administrative expense budget, cash budget, budgeted income statement, and lastly, budgeted balance sheet. Okay, now I will explain about the higher private accounting firm. To solve the financial issues mentioned above, the business owner needs to hire private accounting firm to make their financial statement, such as statement of profit and loss, balance sheet, and so on. As they were registered with SSM, they need to pay tax. So, before determining and paying any tax, they need to know how much money they make or lose for the current year. If they didn't make any profit or facing loss at the time, they don't need to pay any tax. But if they are making a lot of profit that year, they need to pay a certain amount of money. Hence, they need to make a financial statement no matter what the circumstance, so that they will not get into trouble later. Also, financial statement is very important for all the business because excellent financial statement show how good a business is, and it will leave a good impression for the bank as well as the investor. Therefore, higher demand should hire an accountant from private firm so they can plan a long-term strategy by using financial statement that will bring a huge profit later. Lastly, higher demand should use and educate marketing because marketing is at the heart of every business success. Several elements of company rely on effective marketing. Advertisement, public affairs, promotion, and sales are all included under the marketing banner. Marketing is the process of introducing and promoting a service or product to prospective customer. Without marketing, a company might have had the greatest product or service in the industry and no one would ever heard about it. Without marketing, revenue may plummet and businesses might well be forced to collapse. To guarantee that the higher demand business functions smoothly and profitably, adequate marketing should be used. For example, this company promotes through social media, offers free presents, and runs a special promotion for a certain day. Therefore, higher demand firm should do some action on social media using their social media that they have. For example, produce a live broadcast to advertise their goods on social media. They can give a guide on how to utilize the product on IG Live and additional color option for the product. As a result, this might create self-branding for the product and entice others to buy it. Other than that, customer must also be given free gift. This is due to the fact that customers enjoy receiving free present, which may lead to customer bonding. The best free present, on the other hand, can attract consumers and bring in new clients. For example, they should provide the finest free present possible while keeping the pricing reasonable. As a result, the vendor will not suffer a loss. In addition, during the special day, higher demand must also do a special promotion. For example, during the Valentine's Day, they could set up a separate promotion with a special promotion. For example, for the promotion, they provide free wish card, free gift, and beautiful packaging for that seasons only. This can encourage more individuals to donate something to someone they care about, as well as produce a memorable free gift. On top of that, the business owner should spend more money on advertising, such as Facebook ads and Instagram ads, to attract more potential customers. It is because if the people always saw the same ads every day, they tend to buy that product, although they didn't need the product at all. Next, they also can send the product to the influencer to be reviewed. As everyone aware, influencers have a lot of followers, so it is a good move by sending them a product to be reviewed because their followers might be the next potential customer. Lastly, the business owner should hire a staff that has a great copywriting skill. Copywriting is the process of creating convincing advertising and product materials that encourage consumers to engage, like buying a product, clicking on a site, and so on. Almost every firm relies on copywriting. Organizations were unable to engage their audience with new consumers if copywriters were not available.
Hi everyone, I'm Zee. Alright, so I would like to proceed the presentations to the part of discussions and recommendations. So in the case of Hydro.my, they did not have a proper and formal budgeting due to lack of the time, energy, and expertise, and this has caused them not to have a good forecast on their performance. Therefore, we have created a master budget template for them by using spreadsheets. Okay, so we can see that this is clearly opposite to what we have learned from the theory that emphasizes the need for budgeting in all sorts of business. In reality, budgets may appear to be prevalent, but not every company finds them necessary. Small businesses in particular rarely or never performs budgeting for their operations. Even many larger companies too. This has been proved by a survey that stated half of the small businesses did not develop an official, formally documented budget in the year 2022. Despite experts considering documented budgeting to be an essential business practice, they may still forego a formal budget, as they regard budget as an unnecessary structure that is incapable of forecasting fluctuations in business earnings. They perceive a budget as something that will hinder their company's growth by tying them down a rigid and restrictive framework. Besides, a company operating in a very uncertain environment may believe that they trying to forecast the future is useless. This is especially true for Hydro.my, as they have stated that their company lacks the expertise and experience to create budgeted statements. Therefore, they may conclude that the benefits of going through a formal budgeting process are not worth the time and cost. So, as can be observed, the smaller the company, the more probable it is to skip budgeting. So, in fact, without budgeting, business will suffer a slew of challenges. The company will then be prone to get caught up in day-to-day problems, while losing sight of the broader prospect, which like spinning cycles and failing to accomplish its long-term goals. They may be unaware of how their operations are doing. Hence, their company's potentials may be underutilized. It will then pose challenges for them to assess what the problems are and how quickly the problems must be resolved before running out of financial resources. So, in the context of Hydro.my, without proper budgeting, these will generally be the results and leads to the two major problems, which is first, inability to effectively price. They will then be unable to set the most competitive price for their products if they do not know their overhead and production costs of each unit of product manufactured. Second, cash flow problem. If the company does not plan its operation in such a way that they know exactly when the income arrives and when the bills are due, it will be exposed to the risk of spending more than it receives, or conversely, not spending enough to develop their business and compete. Failing to build a cushion for unforeseen expenses and investment are placing the company at risk. As we all know, time and money are both scarce resources for all individuals and entities, so budgets can therefore be used as a tool to plan and control the use of these limited resources. No matter what stage Hydro.my is in, developing and managing the budgets is important to them in today's economy. They will then be able to prepare for future development as well as unexpected events by defining the way management acquires and utilizes resources to attain the company's goals. Estimating and matching expenses to revenue is vital for small company owners because it assists them in identifying available capital, estimating expenditures, and forecasting revenues to ensure that they have sufficient funds to run the operations, expand the business, and generate incomes for themselves. With a well-prepared budget, they will be able to make crucial business decisions. Moreover, a comprehensive budget can even be used to secure business financing from commercial banks or other financial institutions. But before that, the company must ensure that there is a good communications between the upper-level management and their lower-level employees throughout the budget preparation process. This is because a well-communicated budget is important for all employees to grasp the company's priorities and share the company's visions. After comprehending how important budgeting is to Hyper.my and taking into account their nature and needs, we have created a master budget template for them. This will enable them to have more proper and efficient planning. So, what a master budget is? A master budget is a continuous financial plan that aggregates all lower-level budgets prepared by the different functional units in the company. It projects the elements includes revenue, expenses, operating costs, sales, and capital expenditure that appears on the income statements, balance sheets, as well as the cash flow statements. Management team will then utilize this information to plan the activities required to meet their company goals or to diverse strategies for dealing with future uncertainty. For Hyper.my, the master budget is typically presented quarterly and covers the company's entire fiscal year. An explanation that outlines the company's strategies orientations, the way master budgets will assist in attaining certain goals, and the management measures required to meet the budgets may also be included with the master budgets. It is hoped that Hyper.my will use participative budgeting to arrive at these final budgets, as this approach provides lower-level employees a stronger sense of ownership in the resulting budgets, which ultimately leading them to share the company's visions. As can be seen, preparations of master budgets is really crucial and beneficial for Hyper.my to enhance the effectiveness and efficiency of their business process, since master budgets will aids the companies in several aspects. First, the master budget serves as a divisional budget summary for the company owners and management to review. Second, the master budget is regarded as one of the most significant Hyper.my planning instruments, as it is capable of showing to employees the management's operations strategies for the upcoming periods. Third, master budgets capable of assisting Hyper.my in measuring overall performance and then helping them to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness. Fourth, the master budgets formalize management strategies in quantitative terms, that allows for improvement in interdivisional cooperations among Hyper.my divisions. Fifth, the master budget is continuous process that requires all levels of management and employees to plan ahead, predict results, and rectify any problems that may arise. 6. A master budget helps in the achievement of the company's long-term goals by efficiently utilizing resources for profit maximizations. 7. The master budget serves as a motivator for employees as a result of their direct involvement in the budget preparations. This will result them to have a job satisfaction as well as making them to have a positive contributions to the success of the company. In general, the budgets that throw out into the master budgets for Hyper.my are sales budget, production budget, direct materials budget, direct labor budget, manufacturing overhead budget, ending finished good budgets, selling and administrative expense budgets, and followed by budgeted financial statements, which comprises of budgeted income statements and budgeted balance sheets. To develop a budget, Higer.my must make assumptions based on the business geographic locations, hours of operations, and study of other local companies. Since Higer.my is a company that's currently up and running, they can make projections about future revenue based on current business trends or using previous financial records. Besides, exploring other businesses for sale and inquiries about monthly revenue and customer trends can also be done. When creating a budget, they should take into account exceptional spending, major capital expenditures, and inflationary implications. It is critical to be conservative and include a financial cushion into the budgets in order to be prepared for the unexpected. An error in the drafting of any divisional budgets will lead to a bigger mistake in developing the master budget, as all divisional budgets are interrelated. Hence, here are the 6 simple recommendations that will assist Higer.my in building a top-notch budget. First, check industry standards. Although not all businesses are the same, there are certain similarities. Therefore, Higer.my must conduct some research and search the internet for related industry information, interact with local company owners, or check the IRS website. Second, make a spreadsheet. Before starting a business, it is highly advisable to create a spreadsheet to forecast how much money and what proportions of revenues will need to be assigned to raw materials and other costs. Although Higer.my did not do this earlier, it is still a very good start now. So with our knowledge and skills, we shall be dedicated to assisting them in this endeavor. Third, factor in some slack. Higer.my must keep in mind that their predictions on the company achieving a specific rate of revenue growth in the future, or that certain costs will be fixed or can be controlled, are merely estimations and are not set in stone. Hence, it is prudent to account for some slack and contingency costs so that their budgets will have room to deal with potentially unforeseen problems. Fourth, look to cut costs. Higer.my must examine components that can be controlled to a considerable extent in particular. Fifth, review the business periodically. Small businesses like Higer.my should do their budgets more regularly since they are more volatile and large amount of unpredictable spendings may ruin revenue projections. In order to get the most accurate view of their company's budgets, Higer.my must make modifications throughout the year as their financial conditions changes. And lastly, shop around for service or suppliers. It is strongly advised for Higer.my to shop around for new suppliers or to save money on other services providers for their company, and this can be and should be done at various phases. To summarize, a budget serves as a road plan for Higer.my. It assists them in forecasting cash flow, identifying functional areas that require improvement, and running their operations smoothly. Although it may be challenging for them since there are no previous experiences to direct their budget predictions, but it is believed that with some estimations based on other local company performance and a comprehension of the components of the master budgets, they can successfully complete their first budgets and have a very good road maps for future budgets. Budgeting is very important to a company as what the statement says. Don't tell me what you value, show me your budget and I will tell you what you value. Companies' values are exposed when they budget, just as people's spending reveals what they care about. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now to the last part of this presentation, which is the conclusion. Financial planning or budgeting is one of the important aspects that needs to be taken into consideration when running a business. As for Higer.my, their concerns are about the lack of proper financial planning, certified accountant, and promotional activities. The purpose of completing this e-service learning project is to help the business that we have chosen to come up with solutions to their problems. For Hager.my, the solution that we came up with is to provide a master budget template. It can be used by both business management and executives to get a clear picture of future budgeting. As the name suggests, a master budget covers a large number of budgets, including financial strategy, financial statements that have been scheduled, and a company's lower level budgets. We emphasize the importance of budgeting to Higer.my as the business did not pay much attention to financial planning before, and we were even more than glad to help them in preparing the master budget. We sincerely hope that our small contribution will benefit them, support them in their future growth, and assist them in becoming a more successful business in the future. That concludes our e-service learning project that we were able to complete with the assistance from Dr. Zuriana and willingness of Higer.my to be part of our project. That is all from our group, Group A6. Thank you.